So, hello everyone, my name is Dipanshu Gupta, and I would like to talk about something that I think we can all agree is very important. Fashion. And to be exact, I mean fast fashion in this case. So, fast fashion is supposed to be the idea of quick, cheap to make, and disposable clothing that knocks off designer brands like Gucci and Louis Vuitton. So, first of all comes the fact that this force is so down inside our industry that now it's like this. So, in the 1980s, the average American bought about 12 pairs of clothes, but that number has now increased over to 68 pairs of clothes per year now. And so, we also wear our clothes about half as long when compared to 20 years ago. This is going to be important later. Just wait. So, the average American now throws about 80 pairs of clothes, and so in 2015, fast fashion alone caused more greenhouse gases than the entirety of international flights and maritime shipping combined. Think about that, okay? So, you put your clothes inside the suitcase, but the clothes themselves cause more damage to the environment than the plane that you're putting them on. That is impressive and also really bad. Not only is so, where does the problem lie? Well, in reality, the problem lies a bit more inside the fabrics than you might expect. The fabrics, to be exact, like for example, cotton takes a lot of water to grow. Here's a clip for you.
Growing the cotton to make that jacket will have taken 10,330 litres of water, 24 years of drinking water for one person.
And if you thought cotton was bad, then polyester, nylon, spandex, and some other kinds of synthetic fabrics are even worse, because they take about 342 million barrels of oil per year to be made. Think about that. You literally are wearing the stuff you power your car with. Yeah, your car is now on. You put oil on your body, both inside your car and now inside your clothes. But anyways, back to the point. So, if you think that's even bad, if you think that's bad, then think about another fabric called viscose. This fabric is used by a lot of brands like Lululemon and others, and about 33% of viscose comes from endangered or ancient forests. And the process is even shockingly wasteful. Here's a clip.
To clear, the wood is pulped and processed into fabrics called rayon and viscose. But it's shockingly wasteful. As much as 70% of the harvested wood is dumped or incinerated. Just 30% ends up in the garments that we wear.
Not to mention, here's something even worse. Lots of toxic chemicals are used by companies to be able to create them fabrics. So, as a result, where do they get dumped?
Millions of Indonesians have depended on the Citarum River. But today, the river is poisoning them. Noor's 2 children are always sick. She blames the river.
Udah dibawa ke puskesmas. The last time we took him to the doctor, he told me he had the symptoms of a liver problem.
They get dumped in rivers like the Chitterum River. Yes, you heard me right. They're causing lots of problems towards people, and they're being dumped in places like the Chitterum River. Now, you might wonder, why doesn't the government do anything? Well, that's because of the fact that if you've ever read the annual report of a company, you might learn that they have some very sneaky tactics. Like, for example, Inditex's annual report, Inditex is a company of Zara, by the way, how do I put this? Hide the key piece of information a lot, and just make a lot of false claims. Like, for example, they claim that 88% of their stuff is recycled, or 88% of their trash is recycled or reused, but they're only talking about their group factories in Spain, which is very little compared to what they actually need to be talking about. Then comes the fact that they say they recycle from the stores, but in the end, they say waste from their stores doesn't count. Like, think about that. You literally just said that you did it, but then you don't count it at all. But you're probably thinking, I donate my clothes. I don't have to deal with any problems with that. So, you want to know something even worse? One Salvation Army center in New York produces about 18 tons of unwanted clothes in 3 days. 3. Think about that. That is such a small amount of time when you consider how many people could come over there and just try to buy them. And so, if they aren't bought in a month, and if the clothes aren't bought in a month, they are sent to developing countries, like inside Africa, for example, Kenya, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, those kinds of countries. And so, even then, most of last year's fashion, or in fact, in general, most of these clothes are actually burnt or are just thrown inside the trash. It's as simple as you can get. And so, in total, about 87% of all fabrics used in fast fashion is instead burnt or landfilled. And so, you might think, well, I buy from the green brands. I buy from the H&M Join Conscious kind of brand or Zara Join Life brand. Yeah, no, it's not making any sense. Like, for example, Zara claims that some of its stuff is made with the most sustainably produced polyurethane. How do you make sustainably produced oil? It's like a fair trade blood diamond. It doesn't make sense sometimes. And so, they almost recycle nothing in the end, and so you're probably right now freaking out at the moment, thinking, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? Well, here's a solution. Look at this clip.
Wearing your clothes for 9 months longer, it can reduce your carbon footprint for that garment by 30%.
If everyone bought one used item this year instead of new, it could save nearly 6 pounds of CO2 emissions. That's equivalent to removing 500,000 cars off the road for a year.
Yes, you heard me right. You should just wear them for longer or just buy secondhand items. That would seriously decrease a huge amount of pollution into the atmosphere, which would decrease a lot of our problems. Climate change is a huge one that would be decreased. So, instead of Marie Kondoing, maybe just, I don't know, wear them a little longer. You want to wear some hot pants? Go ahead, wear some hot pants. You want to shop at Zara or H&M? Go ahead, just wear them for a bit longer. Thank you.